as energetic as we used to be. Not that. We're back on these. This isn't the keto coffee. Well, it's not really keto. Well, coffee's keto anyway. I think you can have caffeine. I don't like it. The taste isn't great. So I've woken up at 6 a.m. again. I think I might have had 4.5 hours sleep a day, maybe 5. So I just got up again. Obviously, we're not using our sleep aid. So we had a takeaway yesterday because we were hungry at 9 o'clock last night. So we had some chips last night, but we had bread yesterday and the day before. Hence the title says Keto Bread Coming today. And basically, got no excuses when I get my keto bread. It actually comes tomorrow, I think. But once I stop the bread, basically last week I would have been in a keto diet if I didn't eat 5 pieces of bread, something like that. And obviously last night I had that chicken. Obviously, if I was doing no bread for 4 days and I was already in keto, I wouldn't have had that takeaway last night. But I thought, sod, the bread's coming tomorrow. Let's just go. I've already ruined it today. I had a banana. I've had a chocolate protein drink because I'm doing something for my son. I'm a bit like. It's out of my sync of my body clock. It's what I'm doing, and my eating patterns changed, and I'm not eating. I don't eat before I go. I take some blueberries and fruit, and obviously it gets burnt off because I'm doing a little bit than I'm usually doing, so I'm not used to getting hungry. Does that make sense? So I've got to figure it out a bit. So once I get the keto bread, maybe I can have a sandwich. Does that make? So instead of going over and buying a sandwich, I can make a sandwich. But the work could be done in a week and a half. It should only take a week, but we haven't got all the right parts. So yesterday it took me probably an hour to find my pipe bender, which I found eventually, and it took me an hour to figure out how to use it again, and then it took us 2 hours to go off and get a water trap, a shower trap, and some wood. So a plumber would have all that on their van. It'd be like 5 hours, not even it'd all be in the van. Do you know what I mean? So we're a bit slow doing it, and I'm a bit stiff whenever I'm going down. Oh my gosh. But got to get through that pain barrier. So we had this a few months ago. My hips really painful, but I did I don't know what you call it, pulled my legs over like that. Where's my legs? So like that, and then going that way, and then they eased up. But it took about 3 weeks of badminton once a week and doing those stretches. I did those stretches at home, and I did the stretches before I started badminton. So I'm probably gonna have to do all that again. But yeah, it felt like it eased me out, stretch my whatever it is. So anyway, welcome to the stream wherever you are. Feel free to hit the thumbs up. It's free. Now I don't make no money off it, so don't worry about that. But it's nice to see one now and again. I appreciate it. We're badgering people at the beginning of the stream to educate them on the power of a thumbs up to help people's day improve. Makes them smile. Just one thumbs up makes them smile. And it's not necessarily for my channel, but a lot of people out there watch YouTube and they don't hit the thumbs up. They don't realise how important it is. So maybe you'll thumbs up somebody else's channel. So that's what I do now all the time. Even though I'll watch their stuff, especially if it's little kids and they're doing like a little YouTube video and they've only got 2 views, I'll quickly dip into it and smash a thumbs up on it just to give them a little extra view. I won't watch it, but it'll give them a view and it'll give them a thumbs up and they'll be well chuffed. So if you don't like doing it for adults, do it for kids at least. Make their day, baby. Nothing better than going and see, look, Mom, I got a thumbs up. Mom, I got a thumbs up. Give them some inspiration, baby. Same t-shirt as yesterday, but I'm doing some work. Didn't actually really do any work yesterday. We were just getting bits and bobs and parts and bobs, so I didn't get sweaty. So I'm wearing it day 2. So this one's actually not too bad. So it won't end up being. I had a bird shit on my shoe. Can you believe that? I don't understand that. I was doing a pipe bend, and then I walked into the thingy. He said, "You got stuff on your shoe, mind?" I said, "What do you mean I got stuff on my shoe? I didn't see it when I was there." And we figured it out. It's on my shoe. Oh, where is it? Can I get that camera on there? Do it that way. I get that. See that? So how does that get on my shoe when I'm working near a table? Right? And I figured it out. I looked up in the sky and there's two birds. There's two on me. There's two birds flying around like, I don't know, 100 plus meters above. And they shit. And it landed on my foot. It didn't hit my head. It didn't hit my shoulder. It landed on my foot. But it was like a massive splosh about a foot square. You know what I mean? Maybe that was just one poo and it went splash. What do they call that? That's called a splatter, isn't it? The splash damage. So anyway, I'm outside trying to do. Oh no, I got these. I can't wear these glasses. These are my blue light blocking glasses. I bought these at the end of last year to try and help me with my insomnia. Because obviously I sit in front of a screen most of the night, and obviously you're blocking your blue light. You know, the blue light. Well, I mean, letting blue light in, and it's keeping you awake, or your whatever that thing goes on in your body. Your circadian rhythm gets blocked or whatever. Melatonin, that's it. Melatonin gets blocked. So we bought these last year and I've accidentally put them on because I couldn't find the other ones. So we don't want to wear these in the day. We want to let some light in, people, some natural light in, of course. Don't want to let in the screen light. That's one of the reasons I come outside, to drink me coffee, get some air, bring me rubbish bag out, and get some light so I can start fixing my circadian rhythm. Gotta get my teeth fixed, man. And my nose is blocked as well. So I'm basically going straight back into a keto diet. So, and it's not to lose weight. So once I've done my son's bathroom with him, shower, I can start exercising again because I'm a bit stiff. I'm hoping this is going to help loosen me up a little bit doing the work. Problem is it's all on my knees stuff, which is it your hips? My hips are like really stiffed up. So we'll ease them up. I have faith. I have faith, people. Keep wanting to put my thingy on. Feel free to leave a thumbs up, anybody. If you're sitting there chatting and somebody's watching for a few minutes, you know, leave a thumbs up before you go. Leave a thumbs up before you go. We're getting a few more now anyway. We're getting sort of 4 to 6 per stream where it was only like 0 to 2. Now we're getting around about 4 to 6. So we're getting near the 10 plus. So as soon as we hit the 10 plus, they naturally build. How do you explain it? When you're asking, people don't give. But when you're receiving and you're saying thank you instead of asking, so you're not asking, you're just saying thank you because somebody's already given you 10, and people hear that, oh right, then they give you one without you asking because you're thanking. So we're trying to get to the 10 plus. Then we're not going to be asking as much. We're going to be thanking, and then more people will give it because the vibe's there, the happy vibe's there, and they want to connect to the happy vibe. Not the please, can you give me some, please? You don't want to connect to that vibe, see that? It's all energy, people. You know what I mean? Look at a homeless person sat down. If they had a sign, can you please help me get back on my feet and get me to a work, or I need a job and I need to buy some washing stuff to wash myself and have a shower, you watch somebody give them £1. But if they just sit there and put their hand out, you know what I mean? People don't give. They don't know what it's for. They're thinking they're going to get drunk with it, or think they're going to do drugs, or they're going to think, you know, if somebody's saying like, you know, I'm trying to get on my feet, you know, I need to pay for my rent, otherwise I'm going to get kicked out, which means I'm going to be homeless, can you help me? And it means I'm going to lose my job, and then somebody will probably give them some money. It's a different vibe for it, the person that's giving, do you know what I mean? That makes sense? I'm not picking holes in anybody who's homeless. I try my best with homeless people, but I'm trying to give you an idea about the vibe of things, you know what I mean? How people react to something, you know? They don't realise the energy that's in it. Maybe a bit beyond some people, that is. Everybody's kind of just thinks it's all about your ears and it's all about your eyes. It's not. It's about, you know what I mean? It's the vibe. This message was held for review. Should we let you have the benefit and let me have a look at it and see if you're nasty or nice? Let's have a look. Sometimes it's got an auto filter on it and I don't know what it kicks out. View message. Blow you a kiss. That's not bad. Why would it do that then? What's wrong with that? Right, because it might have that first 2 letters in it. There you are. There's your kiss. Alright? I don't think that's a bad thing. Is it because it's got that word at the beginning? So I'm going to show it. Alright? Because it's not bad. It's not bad. Maybe it don't like the first bit. You know what I mean? The stuff that it doesn't allow. Maybe it does somewhere, I haven't got a clue. So, and I'm going to add some in there because we get the same plonkers coming back in and they want to like say the same thing over and over again. So I'm going to add those words, and then they got to use their freaking brains, figure out a new word because they only got one vocabulary, and that's negative. You have to figure out some words to get past my little wall. Got to put my glasses on to read that. We're not letting any sunlight in. That's why we've come out. But that's alright, we're going to be outside doing some pipe cut today. So I'll get some sunlight on me then. Yeah, it is a bit. I don't know. It's not my filter, that's for sure. I do have a couple of words in there that some idiots keep coming in and giving me. So I put those words in there. So now they can't use that word anymore, and I know it's frustrated them. I could just picture them getting all like, I can't type it anymore. How fast you going, dude? Dick. And fall over, I'm on an angle. And my hips are in. You are. It's the first kiss I've ever given for a very long time. I can't remember last time I blew a kiss. Or a kiss. I don't know. 10 years plus. So yeah. Let me say it one more time. We've got 12 viewers. Who's going to be the kindest person out of the 12 to drop a thumbs up to get the ball rolling? We had 23 viewers last night. And I explained all the stuff about the thumbs up. I said most people don't even not interested in the channel, but YouTube's sending you here. If you would like to be kind before you leave, and somebody out there who's maybe trying to do a keto diet, they don't think they can do it, will find my channel and we can struggle together. But they won't find my channel if people don't give a thumbs up, because YouTube will send a certain amount of people, and then it will say no one's thumbing up, it's obviously crap. And then they won't send anybody else. It's not for me, it's for finding stuff. Because I know somebody's out there now. I'm sitting here out, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I got to do keto again. Oh, I can't be bothered, that's such a pain in the ass, man. But once I get my bread, I would have basically been in keto for the last 6 days. It's only because I ate some bread. So I'm going to get my keto bread today and tomorrow. Then I'm basically keto dieting for the last 6 days. And it's not even been that much of a problem. But it's a problem when sometimes you're hungry and you need to buy something quick, like I've needed to the last 2 days because I did some work for my son. And I need a sandwich, and obviously that puts you out of your ketosis. So feel free and see who's got the biggest heart in the chat. Hit the thumbs up if you want to help. I can't thumbs myself up until I get offline. So I'm going to go inside now. And there's a bit of a delay, so when I do ask, I think there's like a 20-second delay. So we'll always wait. We've got 11 viewers, 12 viewers now. Let's see if anybody reacts to that, what I just said again. Where's my keys to get out of here? Right, back inside. This coffee's not too bad now. That's a special one. It's got some crap missing out of it, so it might not irritate my liver as much. But it doesn't taste as nice as the one I'm used to doing. So... But they got a few different flavours, so I can test that out. Still no thumbs up? Come on, there's 12 of you watching? What have we got here? Come on. 12 people that don't speak my language? Or 12 people? Better not let you listen to this. This might wake you up. Hang on.
Some were looking so huge, but they were not possible.
Whew, I really got in trouble there. Wow. Don't want one. Oh dear. Why are you watching, people? Why are you watching? You speak different languages, people. Well, at least we're getting your watch time anyway. At least we're getting your watch time. At least I'm getting some watch time off you. Many thanks for your watch time. I appreciate that, because YouTube sees watch time as helping my channel. So we're awake. 6:15. Went to sleep about 1 last night, so I think we've nearly got an extra hour of sleep. I've got to take these things off. An extra hour of sleep. So And we got the keto coffee, so we'll start doing the half calf coffee. But we're trying this new one first. So many thanks for the watch time, people. I appreciate it. You're helping the channel. Because obviously, when you want to get, like, I don't not really care about monetization, but monetization you don't get without 1,000 subscribers. It might be 500 now. I'll get to 500, no problem. And for 3,000 hours of watch time, and obviously with you kind people watching as long as you've been watching, that's watch time. So thank you very much, because that's the hardest thing to get, is to get the watch time. Do you know what I mean? I used to get it on a gaming stream. I get about 6,000 hours a year, so I was always in that limit, but I didn't have the 1,000 subscribers at a time. And then when I got to the 1,000 subscribers, I couldn't get the 4,000 watch hours. But you people are helping me with my watch time, so I really appreciate it. It's very kind of you. It's alright, that drink. It's not great green. It's not got a bite to it. Do you know what I mean? Top fan. Oh, you got a Jesus symbol on you, have you? Is that a Jesus symbol? Looks like a Jesus symbol on your avatar. Hello, Brady. How are you, buddy? Welcome to the stream. Nice to see you. Good morning. I'm not sure where you are, what country. I appreciate it. Nice one. I've been sitting here for 16 minutes. We've talked to 50 people, and I've asked kindly for a thumbs up. Not one person has given me one yet. Anybody else want to? Maybe Brady would be the kindest person so far that we've seen, and he might help out. Break the duck. Is it free? Is it? Yeah. So, right, good evening then. For me, it is 8 a.m. 8 a.m. You're a hero. It lasts. Boom, 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 boom. Very kind of you, mate. If it's 3 at midnight here, I guess that means 3 a.m. or 3 minutes past midnight. Where are you from then? How long is... That's 8 hours. That's like America, isn't it? That's 8 hours. That's a certain side of America. Because I used to play games and I had a lot of USA subscribers. I had massive insomnia, so I was like... What was it? I'd wake up at like 6 p.m. at night and start playing at 9 p.m. at night. And then sometimes I'd be awake at... I can't remember, it was all like kept changing. Sometimes I'd be awake in the English hours. So I'd be like playing at like 9 a.m. Do you know what I mean? But most of it was back to front. It was like 6 p.m. So I used to go to the shop and it would be just before 10 p.m. at night because it was shut. And I'd woken up an hour before. Do you know what I mean? It was not good. Stretching me liver out. Give it some nice vibrations. So is that a Jesus avatar he's got up here? It looks like a Jesus avatar, but I can't see it. I'm gonna look at that because it looks like it's got a halo on him. So West Virginia. Does that mean you're... What side is that? Is that like east or west? East or west? West, right. So the west one is about 8 hours. So is the east one about 6 hours difference? Or am I completely... Oh, right, east. So the east side is the 8 hour kind of difference. The west side is like the 6 hour. Does that mean the west coast is like... Is New York closer to my... I'm English. I'm not very good with geography. I remember some people were like 6 hours behind and some were 8 hours behind. There might have been like a 5 hour one as well. So this channel's blowing up, baby. Going viral, man. Well, I don't like that word. It's such a negative word. You ever thought about that word? It's so negative, isn't it? This is a good comb. Sadly, we started going grey here now. What do you do? What's your content about? Sometimes it's nice to just interact with somebody. I'm sitting here just talking all the time. What do you do? What is your channel about? What is the... Yeah, about. That's the about button, isn't it? What's your channel about? Everything, is it? Mine is about me at the moment. At the moment, I'm doing keto, or starting a keto, so it'll be about keto again. I do a puzzle with jigsaw on here sometimes. And sometimes I cook on here. Not that and sometimes I'm really not. I'm quite depressed, so we're having a depressed week, or we're trying to get back up again. That's what mine is, a bit of everything as well. Me, well, basically the channel name, I am just being me. And once we get back into the keto and the diet's going well, being more positive on the food, because my food's obviously a bit rubbish at the moment. So once we get into that, we'll be alright. It's hiding it. This is all auto moderation. I think it's alright. I'll share it. Huh? It's a moderator. I don't know what's going on there. Don't know what it did. Did something wrong. Don't know what though. Right. So we tried to play the game last night and it didn't. It got confused with the controller. I thought it was supposed to come out tomorrow. I was prepared for tomorrow for the release of the game. So I had yesterday and last night. My intention was, whatever I do today, I was going to come home earlier today so I could install the game. Because it said it was coming out on the 14th. And I swear it's the 14th now. Where is the frickin'... I swear it's the 14th now. Can I get to my date on this thing? No, it won't show me the date. What time is it? It's only 8 o'clock. I'd love to start waking up early, but it's getting that guaranteed 6... No, I need 7 hours really. If I get 7 hours plus, if I can get 8, I'd love that. I would love that. Wow. I got no problems only having 6 hours sleep. But I'd love to have 7's. Alright, I got no problems having 7. Get 7, that's no problems, baby. But it's getting the 8. So... itching around here, that's why I'm doing it. I'm not trying to like... I'm not pruning myself or preening. I'm itching, and it's a good way to itch. Right. Everything's amazing. Loads of thumbs up, loads of views, loads of watch time. We're not going to be over my sons all day today. Everything's going well in my family. Everything's going well for me. My keto diet is going to be easier than last time because I'm more experienced. My son was very nice to buy me a keto diet book last Christmas, which I will actually make some real food from the diet. What's it called? The menu. I don't know what you call it. It's a book. Recipe. There's the word. The recipe book. Once we get into it, we're alright. We're going to allow ourselves to have one or two omelets a week. We're going to go back on our stir fries. And we got to figure out maybe 2 meals to make in between, because we are missing 2 meals, because you're repeating the same meal over and over again. I don't want that to happen this time. I want to bring in a new meal, never 2 new meals. Then I won't be so annoyed. And snacks are important too. So I've been and bought some bread, plus I brought a bread mix, right? So the bread is quite expensive, like it's now gone down a little bit. It's like £7 per loaf, which isn't bad, but it's quite expensive still. If it was a £5 a loaf, it wouldn't be too bad, because I think it would kind of balance out, because I got to cook it, I got to prepare it, so probably costing about £2, £3. So paying an extra £3 for it isn't too bad. So maybe it tastes alright. We'll make it. It's really cheap as well. The dough mix is only like £2. So if I can make it and it works, I'll keep doing it. But there's another one I want to make, but it's getting the ingredients. That takes a bit more motivation. So hence I bought the keto bread, because I would have been in keto diet for like at least 4 or 5 days by now. I've not had a sugar or a chocolate bar. I did have a protein drink yesterday and a protein drink yesterday. Obviously that comes with a little bit of sugar, but we're not doing keto at the moment. But we basically could have been in for about 4 or 5 days by now. It doesn't get you into ketosis straight away anyway. You got to do it for... The last time I did it, it took me 3 weeks to get into keto. But I was making a mistake buying a chocolate milkshake. It had low sugars in it, but it wasn't low enough. So we don't make that mistake again. And I think I'll get into keto within about a week. Maybe 8 days, 10 days. Or I could fast. I did a 3-day fast about, when was it? I don't know, 4 weeks ago. And I could get into keto that way. The last time I did a 3-day fast, I just got into keto on the 84th hour. Just drinking water and coffee basically. But the one before, I was in keto in about 2 days of fasting, and I was at level 16, and it lasted for like a week. And then last time I fasted, I was only at level 6 on ketosis, and it only lasted about 3 days. But obviously I wasn't dieting as well as I was, you know. But so whatever I did last time didn't work as well as the time before, but the first time, blooming hell, I was on the strongest strip that you could get for keto, 16 or something. The last time I did it a year ago, and I was in keto for about 2 months, 7 weeks, was level 3. So you can see that that's a big difference. So we can always fast for a day, and then that'll kick me into ketosis. It's not about weight, see look, because I've lost quite a bit of weight. I've even lost, because I've stopped doing my chest exercises, I've even lost my slight upper chest, because I had a bad shoulder. I've been losing my upper chest. So I'm gonna start doing some press ups again, should get my chest back, and then I can get some weight back on my arms, because my arms are gone a bit skinny. So, and what's that? I might start taking creatine again. I'm like that. Don't know. I'm thinking about it, but I'm definitely gonna be looking for some protein in my food. A little bit more added protein in my food. How I'm gonna do that, I don't know. If I had a garden. Hello GMP, how are you, buddy? Welcome to the stream. Nice to see you again. Be a hero and smash that thumbs up. I know you gave me one yesterday. You're always reliable. How many did I have watching earlier on? I had 17 people watching, and I said, before you leave, be kind, leave a thumbs up. And they were sat there for ages, not one of them dropped a thumbs up. 17, why are you watching? You know what I mean? You're obviously not watching for my benefit, in the sense of like you're not trying to help the channel. Right. So, thank you, mate. You're a hero. Very nice. I don't like asking, but it's like trying to get the ball rolling. Like what do they call it? The snowball. You start off with a very small snowball, smaller than this we are at the moment, and then every time somebody comes in and gives a thumbs up, then you get somebody else copies. They don't want to do it, but they copy. You know what I mean? It's just subconscious stuff, isn't it? So we're getting closer though. When we started off with getting 0 to 2 thumbs up, and now we're getting somewhere between 4 to 6. So I think give it another couple of weeks, we'll be 10 plus. We're getting 10 plus. Obviously it depends on your vibe as well. So if I'm like in depression or insomnia or shit's going on out there, obviously my vibe comes across. He wants to thumb up because it's like, I'm slightly negative, you're happy, why would you want to give me, you know, but that positivity somebody sends my way makes me start opening my flower a little, well maybe not as much as that, but oh thank you for the thumbs up, there's my flower starting to open. And then the next day, I'm not even asking for thumbs up. I've got 4 without even asking. Oh, now look at that. My flower's opened up even more. Do you know what I mean? And then the next day, I'm getting 8 thumbs up, and I'm not even asking. I know. Oh my gosh, I've blossomed, and it's all from the power of you just going, chink, not me asking. I ask. That's like, ooh. It's true, people. It's true, and I know it because I've either been negative to somebody and I notice how they react, whereas years ago I didn't notice that, but I do now, and I've had people be negative to me massively, and I understand how it's made me feel. So I understand what I put out, and I also understand what other people put out. But it took a lot of time pondering, because obviously I used to live in a physical world, now I don't. I live in a spiritual world, vibrational, frequency, energy, whatever you call it, baby, whatever you call it. I'm not just about my flesh anymore. Let's put it that way. Whatever you believe in, whether you believe in God, angels, can't think of all the terms, there's so many of them, you'll offend somebody. The divine, spirit, how many terms are there? There's loads, aren't there? Right, we're going to have one more of these coffees, and that should wake me up. Because we've only had 5+ hours today, I think. 4 hours yesterday, 4 hours the day before. Both times woken up at 6 a.m. Could be the light coming through, it could be the traffic's picking up and it's making it a bit noisy, because I still sleep in my lounge. I need to get in my bedroom, which gets me away from that front window, which gets me away from the road. That might help. Sometimes the bin men dangle their bottles about, and that can wake you up. I don't know if it does, I just know I wake up, and it could be them dangling their bottles. That sounds a bit bad. Dinging their bottles. Oh dear. Do you feel loved, people? Do you feel loved? I'm going to see what that avatar is. It looks a bit like Jesus. I gotta see it when it's, I can't see it on a small screen. Probably not, but it looks like there's a halo around it. I'm like, oh. Make this one smaller. Greed kills, people. Greed kills. Right, so we might buy a different creatine because we've had this one a year now. So we'll get rid of this one. There's another one I've been looking at, so we'll maybe get that one. We gotta do our vitamin C. We're going to stop streaming in a minute because I've got to do some things on the PC. I might try and see if I can get the game to... Because the game thinks I've got a controller even though I've unplugged it. So we're going to try and get the controller working to get the game to... Because it won't let me go past the menu. Because it wants me to press triangle, I think. But obviously I'm on keyboard. So I'm going to have to put the controller back on. I've got like a little thumbstick for me keyboard, so my fingers go on the keys and I got a thumbstick, but I was just wanting to play it last night because it's a beta game. I didn't care if the controller worked because it takes a bit. You get a teething problem with the controller on some games and you got to figure out how to get it to work. I didn't want to do that last night, I just want to play. But it was giving me teething problems, so today I'll try and get the controller to bloody work. Why does games do that? Alright, I've got a controller plugged in, it thinks I got a controller, but when you unplug it and you restart the PC, it should not see that there's a controller and it should load the game up because you've got a keyboard. Thank you, John. And you too, mate. How are you? You off to work or what are you up to? I'm just waking, well, I'm trying to wake up. Well, I am awake. I accidentally made a coffee a month ago. It took me ages. It's my brand new coffee. And then I put coconut water in it because I thought it was milk. Well, I don't use milk. I use oat drink. Not saying that that's healthy because it does have oil in it, but I just wanted to quit milk a few years back. Many thanks for the thumbs up there, John. Appreciate it. Oh, have you? What's that for? Is that good or bad? Something simple? I stopped doing hospitals. I did hospitals, when was it? I don't know when it was. 8 years ago, 10 years ago, I was going into them things a lot, and my blood tests were coming back 0. And then eventually, what was it? The physical exam showed up what I was on about, so I just lost faith in hospitals. The physical exam showed up what I was on about, and a special machine, a FibroScan. It's like the most important one for the liver. That showed up that what I was saying was true. The blood test was showing shit. But when I had the FibroScan, it showed up what I was telling them and explaining to them till I was blue in my face. Do you know what I mean? And they weren't taking it on board because they were just looking at a blood result, you know. Well, I know there's nothing wrong, can't find nothing wrong. And then I had this thing called a FibroScan. You put it here, and it sends a pulse through your liver, and it figures out how dense it is. So it gives like a vibration, people. It gives a vibration through it, and then it figures out the higher the number it gives back, the more density there is in your liver. That means it's got more damage. That doesn't mean it's like fucked, excuse my language, but it just means it's more dense, because you've got fatty liver, you've got fibrosis 1, fibrosis 2, fibrosis 3, it might only be fibrosis, then you've got cirrhosis. Do you know what I mean? So it was showing a nice low number, like 3.9. I was really chuffed. I went away, because I was trying to quit drinking then, and I had 4 Fosters. The night before, randomly, the next week, I was seeing another doctor, a liver specialist. So I had a FibroScan the week before, an actual official appointment, and it showed 3.9. So it was alleviating, but it left me stranded because of the pains I was getting, because it was a low number. So it was like, but I was looking like I was proper looking after my thingy. I only had 4 beers. That was the first time in about 4 months. And I had the 4 beers, and I went crack. Where was it? I felt crack here, and a bit of a crack here where it's aching now, yeah? And it's aching at these points, what I'm pointing at now. And I crack, and I'm sat there and I think I've just had a FibroScan, I've been a dick, gone and had 4 beers, depression, whatever you want to call it, anxiety, and then it's gone crack. So I thought I've ruined my liver again, do you know what I mean? Went and seen a liver specialist a week later. He was really nice. He sat down and he said, look, we can't find nothing wrong with you. Do you think it could be possibly psychosomatic? Maybe you're creating it in your mind, or whatever he meant. I didn't understand what it meant back then. So I said, look, no mate, I'm telling you the damn truth, man. And he could see I was whatever, do you know what I mean? I was like explaining myself quite well. He said, there's a FibroScan machine there, do you want to go and do a FibroScan? I said, well, I had one last week. He said, do you want to do one again, just to alleviate you? And I was like, usually I was like, no, I don't want to waste your time. Oh, no, I don't want to waste your time. I'm so sorry, I'm such a pain. I said, no, fuck it. I'll get in there, mate. Let's have one. And it was 7.9. And everything I was telling him was true. So I got cracking it, and it showed up. And she said, well, it's in the range. 8, anything above 8 is not good. But you're 7.9. So you're just in the range. So, well, it was 3.9 last week, 7 days ago. I had one. And her face went like that. She was like, what? In a week? Do you know what I mean? Finally, I have proof. I wasn't isolated anymore. I wasn't stranded. I had something on my side. And then basically I've never been back. I was telling people, I don't know, I must have told people 100 times. I must have seen 10 different doctors, very explanative, and I started reading journals on it and all that shit. So look at that guy. Because I'm saying something that explains my story, that shows that I am not a bullshitter, and I get that. Not isolated anymore. When you got blood tests saying there's nothing wrong, obviously that isolates you a little bit. But when you get a FibroScan telling you you're not fucking wrong, then you're not isolated. So I haven't been back since. I have had a doctor do that on me, and he said it was enlarged. And then I went back 4 years later with a lot of healthy eating. He did that on me, said it's not enlarged anymore. funny we get a negative comment when I'm talking about something that says that I don't talk shit. Funny that. Can have a negative comment all day since I've been on this stream, and as soon as I'm explaining about my Vibrocans, showing that I'm actually telling the truth, get a negative comment. Funny that. My life, baby. We're braving ourselves up to do the vitamin C. So if anybody ever gets a liver problem, ask about the FibroScan. That's the machine you want. Forget the rest, get the best. Wasting your time on the other stuff, go and get yourself a FibroScan. Trust me. Imagine having a blood test and it says nothing's wrong. It makes you look mad. You know what I mean? One doctor I went and visited, I opened the door up like that. Right? I put my foot in the door to go into the visit. She says, "No one can find anything wrong with you, mister." I'm not going to say my name. "Oh, I'm sorry," and I walked out the door. That's what they did to me. No one can find anything wrong with you. I didn't even get a chance to get in the door. Do you know what I mean? I got 2 kids at home. I'm worried about them. I don't want to let them down. I got to go in there, and I'm walking away with my tail between my legs. Do you know what I mean? I don't do that anymore now. I've got boundaries. So I know when that guy said to me, "Do you want another FibroScan?" The old me would walk away with my tail between my legs. Do you know what I mean? So no, I don't want to waste your time. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't do that anymore. I said, "Yeah, I'll have one. Yeah. Where is it? I'll go in there. I'll do another one." I got boundaries now. It's giving me boundaries. All that shit. Definitely no. People, any of you get liver problems, forget the rest, get the best. Go and get a FibroScan. Go and pay for a private one. To alleviate your worry. Because trust me, the bloods are terrible. Even one of the doctors said the problem with the liver, it's very powerful. And if there is anything wrong with it, it would need something massively wrong with it for the blood test to go bing. Do you know what I mean? Or you got to wait because the liver is trying to heal. Do you know, I researched that. I was reading medical journals. 100 and don't quote me on the numbers exactly now, but 14 days the liver's super fast, so it's really healing. That's why people can drink booze for years and eat the crap that we live in our country, and they can live on that shit, and it keeps healing, At 14 days it's super fast, but then it goes into a slower rate. After 14 days to 180, it slows down a bit, but it's still fast. Do you know what I mean? Hence people can go and get drunk every night of the week. Do you know what I mean? And then it takes, I think it's 500 days, it might be 380, forgive me, I might be getting that slight bit wrong, to do a full heal. So I was always in that mentality. I got to look after it for 500 days, and it was a lot of like anxiety. I was on a cliff edge, thinking I can't drink, I can't do that, I can't do this, I can't do that. You know, and it's 500 days. I was put a lot of pressure on myself. And I had a lot of like anxiety because of that. Because if I was letting my kids down, do you know what I mean? Well, we got there in the end. When I had that FibroScan, oh my gosh, it was so. I'm telling the truth, but you also don't want it to be shown. Do you know what I mean? But the liver is really powerful. If you look after it, it can heal itself. But the pains I was getting were making me way too worried, you know? You're not supposed to feel any pains in there. It's supposed to get bad and you're not supposed to notice it until it's really, really bad. And I mean really bad, you're going to go yellow. You know what I mean? Your eyes are going to go yellow, or your skin's going to go yellow. And I've seen this because I used to run in a shop, and people, your alcoholics are usually your first customers of the day. And I actually had one come in and he was proper yellow. Do you know what I mean? And I didn't want to serve him. His missus come in and said, "Please don't serve him." So I was like, "Okay, I won't." And I did. And he sit. I don't want to say it because he might ever see this, so I don't know. He was crying. I said, "Please, can you give me some? Please, Rick. Please. I can't, mate. I can't. I'm so sorry, buddy. I can't." Didn't serve him, right? And his missus come in the next day and bought him some. Do you know what I mean? He's sitting there crying his eyes out, "Please, can you sell me something? Please." He was proper addicted. I was never like that. I was never ever like, "Please," you know what I mean? Crying for me, and I had to say no to him. And his missus come and bought him some the next day. I was like, "What the fuck?" Can you do? He's alright though. I seen him, when was it? When I first moved back to here 2 years ago. He's been, because I'd lost track of time, 16 years dry. He gets pains. He says he gets pains, but his blood tests are saying his liver's functioning. Doesn't mean your liver's great, it just means it's functioning. So, he doesn't drink, so he's obviously off the booze for 16 years, do you know what I mean? But he was battering it, do you know what I mean? He was drinking the cheap cider, so he's waking up, I don't know, 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. and he was my first customer in the day, you know what I mean? I don't want to say it because he might watch this one day, you don't know. So imagine this is the fridge where you get the beer from, yeah? He would walk, what was it, about 4 meters? So 4 meters from the fridge to the till. This is an alcoholic. I don't like saying this because he might watch this one day. But this is what an alcoholic's like. So here's the fridge and it's only, not even probably 4 meters from the till. They can't even wait to pay. They crack it and they take some before they even get to the till. That's a massive addiction there, do you know what I mean? Whereas I was slightly addicted, but I could go down there and get my cans. I don't need to crack one when I'm there. I can put it in the car, drive home, do you know what I mean? Put it in the fridge, do you know what I mean? And then I'll drink it at the time of night that I want to drink it, like 9:30 at night when my kids go to bed. Do you know what I mean? That was my level, but his level was he's got to be there, the first person in the shop, and he can't even wait to go from the fridge to the till, which was only like 3 meters, and he's cracking it and doing it, do you know what I mean? That's proper, like, I was never like that. And there is levels to this game, but it's still the devil's juice, people. Well, many thanks for the thumbs up. I've got to do some stuff on my thingy, and it's getting close to 9 o'clock, and I want to get over there a bit earlier today to try and do some of the stuff I haven't been able to do. So we've got a few tools over there. Today I hope to get to where I should have been probably yesterday. It should have been where I was. So today I got to do that today. I hope to do that today. Don't hope. We are going to do that. Positivity is the key. So anyway, it's a bit of my story. We put it on here. So right, we've had a negative comment in here. We've had 3 thumbs up. Probably had 100 views and 3 people. And that's the people that's come in yesterday. And they've been coming in for a week or 2. So thank you for you people who've given me a thumbs up. I appreciate it. And I finally said something like that. I didn't ever say on here. Never ever spoke about that before on here. I noticed I got a negative comment when I'm speaking in my little truth. Trying to bring me down. Noticed that. Timing and that. Never had nothing. All stream. Because I haven't been saying that. As soon as I start speaking, that proves me true. Negative comment. Funny that. So, it looks like today could be the start of my keto. Literally, if I didn't eat those breads, I would have been in keto for about 4 days, 5 days now. Might have been 6 days, I can't remember when it was. Sunday? Maybe, yeah, 4 days. 4 days. Get that bread, that's a start. We've got a bread mix coming, so we're going to try and use the bread mix. Right. So we've got to drink vitamin C, take my healthy tablets. We got to do what we wanted to do yesterday in there today. I want this platform in. I want these pipes in the wall. I want the base of the platform in. Then I want to get the wood in there, but not glue it down yet, because I still want to be able to work on the pipes. And I want to try and elbow the pipes away into the corner to get them closer to where it's got to start being boxed in, so I can figure out where the boxing's got to go. But I can't really figure out the boxing until the panels are on the wall. The panels don't come until Saturday, so I'm not too worried about that. And maybe get the tray in there as well one day and just see what it looks like. It's bloody massive, man. I'm filming a little bit of it. I didn't really film yesterday because we were out getting bits. So I haven't been able to film loads. So anyway, we spoke a bit of what happened to us in the past, but not too much. Funny how we got a negative comment when we were saying that. No one's said anything all stream. Loads of people watching. No one wanting to drop a thumbs up, but as soon as I talk about something where it proved that I was true, boom. Don't need a timing on that, innit? I don't think things are random, people. Not random, baby. Never done that stuff in my life. I might leave it on there. So we got... Yeah, I see the numbers. I'm not an idiot. Time flies like an arrow, but fruit flies like a banana. Time flies like an arrow, but fruit flies like a banana. I have actually got fruit flies in there. I had some lime open the other day, and they bloody left it out too long, and then the fruit flies are in there. Hello Wyatt, anyway. How are you? Many thanks for the thumbs up, whoever give the other one. I appreciate it. It's very kind of you. We got to 4, see that? About an hour, and we're getting to about 4. So we'll get more tomorrow. I'm kind of sticky. It must be a hot day again. They love a banana. Do you think they can't do anything unless the banana's open? Yeah? I had a banana there the other day. It was going brown. I had it for like a week. And they were flying around it, but I don't think they can get into it because it's got a skin. What's my favourite fruit? Taste-wise, obviously I've not tasted every fruit. I do like a strawberry. But I do eat blueberries for the health benefit. Do you know what I mean? Kiwis aren't too bad. And I recently, in the last 6 months, realised I actually like pineapple. Do you know what I mean? So I've started eating a bit of pineapple. I was eating blueberries originally for the detox side of it, you know? And obviously I ate strawberries for the sweetness of them. I'm not saying strawberries are super good for you. No. I think I've done one years ago. Oh, I was going to have a colonoscopy, whatever you call it. So I had to do one then. So, because of my pains I was getting, obviously people were like, thinking maybe it ain't your liver, maybe it's your colon. So they did they were going to do a colonoscopy, whatever they call it. So I had to do an enema, whatever you call it. So I do. I'm in the process of doing, what's it called? I'm working on my colon, if that makes sense. So I've got a detox drink here. It's partially to do with my colon. I think it's more to do with my liver, but it will also do something for my colon. And I'm also looking into things. I do parasite cleanses a little bit, but I've not been doing them perfect. I've been doing them kind of like 3/4 right, you know. So the next time I'm doing one, I'm going to do it full send. Nice one. Well hung. David Brown. This is frightful. What does that mean? Is that good? Is that a positive thing or is that a negative thing? Is that because we're talking about enemas? I wouldn't blame you for saying that then. But the frightful bit I don't get. Because we might be talking about the butt. But anyway, David, welcome to the stream. I'm going off soon anyway. I'm going to get it to 60 minutes and then I'm going to stop. Keep rounding it up to about an hour. Then we're going to stop. Right, take your shoes off. I want to go and see that avatar, see what that avatar was. I can't see it on this, too small. And I'm going to stop maybe hiding people's comments, because when you hide it, it permanently hides them. But I want to ban them. Maybe I'll have to ban them in the future. But I want the comments there, does that make sense? So people can see what I put up on her. I've got to figure that out. How do I, like, keep it shown, but hide it in a way? Don't let them time them out, but does that delete their messages? I'll have to do it all on the other thingy. I can't use that internet. It doesn't give me any views. I had it on last night for an hour. I had 3 views. This one would give me about 100. Why is they back? They better not be knocking on my door. You've been in my house quite a few times, buddy. You're not coming in my house again. It's fishy. Don't have one, buddy. Don't have one, buddy. I don't go to the doctors anymore, so I'm not going to get one, am I? You only get one if you go there. You don't get one if you don't. No, so you're going to go nasty now, are you? Well, so you've appreciated my happiness, have you? You like my happiness, do you? Do you like my smiling? Happy, 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 I'm gay, happy, 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 happy. I'll leave your messages in there though, alright? Thank you for showing people what it's like on my stream. See you later. Have fun, people. Many thanks for the thumbs up. You're kind souls, baby. See you later. I'll leave them open. I'll start leaving.